One train ride changed my life. Alien girl ended up in my bed. The quiet carriage. The midnight hyperrail from Skyport Zeta was almost empty. Jasper Kane, 32, tired eyes and a heart still bruised from a love that walked away, took the last row. Rain streaked the windows like tears the city never cried. Across the aisle sat a girl in a dark hood. When the lights dimmed for the tunnel stretch, a faint aurora rippled beneath her skin. Soft rose, violet, gold, like living nebulae trapped under silk. She lifted her gaze and smiled, small, shy, devastating. Her name, she later whispered, was Serafina Loon, last daughter of a dying star colony called Aurora. They spoke in low voices about lost homes and second chances. Every time the train swayed, her shoulder brushed his. Each accidental touch lingered longer, until her fingers finally rested over his, warm, glowing, trembling. By the time the storm warnings flashed across the windows, Jasper already knew one night would never be enough.
When the lights died, a solar flare killed the power. Darkness swallowed everything except her. Serafina's glow blossomed into gentle starlight, painting the carriage in dream colors. "I fade in true dark," she confessed, voice breaking. "I need contact, warmth, light borrowed from another heart." Jasper didn't think. He simply opened his coat and drew her against his chest. She came willingly, curling into him as though she had waited centuries for exactly this harbor. Their lips found each other in the soft radiance of our own skin. Slow, wondering, then suddenly hungry. Hands slid under fabric, tracing, learning, worshiping. The first kiss turned into many. The second breath became one breath. When the train rocked, their bodies answered the same rhythm. Clothes fell away like unnecessary armor. In the hushed glow, they moved together for the first time. Gentle, urgent, reverent, her light flaring brighter with every shared heartbeat. Hours. They had hours before rescue. They made a bed of pulled-down seats and discarded jackets. Serafina's glow became their private constellation. Jasper kissed every inch of her, collarbones that shimmered like moonlit snow, the curve where waist met hip, the inside of her wrist where tiny stars pulsed. She answered with soft cries and guiding hands, showing him where touch made her light burn gold with joy. They loved slowly, then fiercely, then slowly again, trading whispered secrets between kisses. "I was sent away to survive," she said against his throat. "I never expected to be saved by love." "I stopped believing in love," he answered, voice rough with wonder, until the night lit up. When release finally took them both, her glow wrapped around him like warm silk, and he felt the moment her heart chose his forever.
Sanctuary in the storm. Hours. They had hours before rescue. They made a bed of pulled-down seats and discarded jackets. Serafina's glow became their private constellation. Jasper kissed every inch of her, collarbones that shimmered like moonlit snow, the curve where waist met hip, the inside of her wrist where tiny stars pulsed. She answered with soft cries and guiding hands, showing him where touch made her light burn gold with joy. They loved slowly, then fiercely, then slowly again, trading whispered secrets between kisses. "I was sent away to survive," she said against his throat. "I never expected to be saved by love." "I stopped believing in love," he answered, voice rough with wonder, "until the night lit up." When release finally took them both, her glow wrapped around him like warm silk, and he felt the moment her heart chose his forever.
Dawn at the apartment. The train limped into the Undercity at first light. Jasper took her hand, no words, just certainty, and led her through rain-slick streets to his quiet apartment high above the neon. Inside, curtains still drawn, her glow painted the walls rose gold. They undressed each other with the reverence of people handling something sacred. On cool sheets, they learned new languages. The arch of her back when he kissed the hollow beneath her ear. The way his name sounded when sighed in Aurorian. Morning became afternoon. They loved lazily, then with sudden sweet urgency. Sunlight and her inner starlight mingling on their skin. Between rounds, they lay tangled, fingers laced, talking about futures that suddenly felt possible. Every laugh, every soft moan, every lingering kiss wrote promises neither had dared to hope for yesterday. The promise that outshines stars. Evening crept in, Seraphina's transport back to the orbital refugee fleet left in 3 hours. They made love one final time, slow, tear-salted, luminous. When pleasure crested, her glow poured into him, leaving delicate auroral threads beneath his skin that would never fade. A piece of her star now lived in his veins, and a piece of his heart traveled with her into space. At the door, she pressed her palm over his heart. Distance means nothing when two souls burn at the same frequency. Jasper kissed her once more, tasting forever. "Come back when your sons are reborn," he whispered. "I'll still be glowing for you." She stepped into the rain, looked back once, and smiled. The kind of smile that turns ordinary men into legends. The apartment was dark again, but Jasper was not. Beneath his shirt, soft rose-violet gold light pulsed gently, perfectly in time with a heart that finally, truly belonged to someone. 3 lessons the stars taught that night. Love arrives exactly when you stop looking and most need to be found. True intimacy is light shared in darkness. Body, heart, and soul offered without fear. Some bonds are written in the language of light itself, and no distance in the universe can ever dim them.